There's things that you can do and also enjoy bodybuilding. You know, I'm not one of them people that just eat my meals, sleep, train. To me, that's a miserable ass life. I don't want it, and I personally would not enjoy it. Some people think that I'm able to get away with things like that, and I am, but the Olympia is a lot more important. You know, right now, I'm where I want to be. I look amazing. You know, there's no need to possibly mess up the way that I'm looking. So we're really excited for what I'm bringing to this year Olympia. People have this idea of what they think classic physique is. For example, they use C-bump. C-bump is so classic. I think it's hilarious, okay? You go back to the 80s, okay? There was not one bodybuilder that looked one way, okay? So when people say that this is my belief and idea or ideology of what classic is, it makes absolutely no sense, okay? There is no one structure to what classic physique is, right? C-bump is the champion because the judges allowed him to be the champion. You feel me? They could have chose another physique structure that looks more like Rough Diesel, more like Alex, right? So at the end of the day, classic physique, we have a weight cap, right? And you want to sculpture your physique in such a beautiful way that it is appealing to the judges. At the end of the day, we know there's fanboys, we know that there's people, you know, who follow people and they support them, so they think that they're more classic than others. But at the end of the day, it's what the judges think is more classic, you know? And I personally, I don't train in a way, it's like, so for example, I was a little top heavy, right? Some people can't figure out how to structure their physique to be successful, right? For me, for example, right, I was a little top heavy. So I started training like a wellness competitor, right? I was training legs every 3 days, right? I would train, I think hamstrings and quads is too much for me in one day. So I would do hamstring focus one day, and then the following day I would do quad focus. But I did this for almost 8 months, and there's a drastic difference in my physique. It's funny because my upper looks similar to last year, but my legs have drastically changed that my entire physique look different. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. They don't know how to bring up their weaknesses and stop training their over-dominating body parts. I'm really good at tackling my weaknesses. So one thing that I have been devoting a lot of my time to is building my lat from the front to look a lot more thicker and bubbly to make my waist look smaller also. So not only to the shoulders, to making my shoulders, the lateral raises make my shoulders look wider, but also making the lats from the front look very developed and thick to make my waist look smaller. And what I started doing was, I started doing a lateral raise at the end of each workout. It doesn't matter what I'm training, I would do 4 to 6 sets of lateral raise, super heavy, half reps, right? I felt a tremendous difference in my physique doing that because I do believe that the more dramatic your shoulders look, the better your V-taper look, right? And I always tell people it's the illusion in this game. With me, I don't lift super heavy, but I do lift heavy. Most people looking at this weight will be like, what, you don't lift heavy? So it's not heavy for me though, right? I still believe in reps and form over anything. When my form fail, then I decrease the weight. But with these, I feel like heavy does benefit the body though, as far as like more roundness. Detail, hella reps. But that thick roundness, yeah. You know, you take someone like me or take another pro, okay? We can run a test, okay? Let's do extremely strict, don't enjoy yourself, and do a show. Then let's do balance, enjoy yourself. Now let's see if your placement change. I promise you, your placement does not change, right? I personally believe that the off season is where you get your gains. The off season is where you make the changes that's going to propel your placement, right? So I always tell people it's very difficult to see big changes when you're dieting, you know? So I don't think enjoying yourself in prep is going to change your placement. You know, if you got third call out and you was extremely strict, then a person like me go out, have fun, enjoy themselves, and I win a show. You know, so it just says a lot that you don't need to do that in order to be successful. To me, it does not change your placement. I still come in peeled. So I'm still big on enjoying life. I believe in balance. I think anything, any area in life, doesn't matter how successful you are, you know, if you don't have balance, it can be too much. You know, and I feel like personally, that's why a lot of people mentally fail or mentally isn't able to do as well as someone like me because they don't have balance, right? Like I was just explaining to someone recently, you know, it does like, so I stopped going out. Last year, Olympia, I was still going out and partying. I wasn't drinking much or things like that, but I was still going out probably about until 3 weeks out. This time I am stopping. I went out once last week, so I'm about a little over 5 weeks. This time I'm stopping going out, but I am gonna still enjoy myself. So things like going to the pool, things like bowling, you know, there are things that you can do, going to the movies, there's things that you can do and also enjoy bodybuilding. You know, I'm not one of them people that just eat my meals, sleep, train. To me, that's a miserable ass life. I don't want it, and I personally would not enjoy it. You know, right now, I'm where I want to be. I look amazing. You know, there's no need to possibly mess up the way that I'm looking. So we're really excited for what I'm bringing to this year Olympia. First thing is, I set realistic goals for myself, right? Last year, the goal was top 10. We got 8th. This year, the goal is top 4. I think we're gonna complete that, right? I'm definitely gonna, me and a lot of Olympians have already, we already planned things for what we're gonna do after we compete. You know, so we're gonna go out there, we're gonna have a great showing, and then absolutely we're gonna party afterwards.
I think success for me is, are you getting better or are you getting worse? Because you hear the cliche, it's like you're either getting better or getting worse, and I do believe that, because if you're not looking to improve and you're not looking to improve on aspects in your life, then I think your daily habits are you're getting comfortable, you're getting stagnant, and ultimately that comfortability does not put you in a zone to go after more wins. So I think staying uncomfortable, getting out of your comfort zone, and constantly looking to get better at whatever you do. And if you're gonna have your last name on it, you're gonna put your name on doing something, then you do it to the best of your ability, because to me, everything counts.